You know, I was thinking the other night, I'm listening to this right now through these headphones. I don't know if you can hear anything coming through them. I'm just now getting familiar with this. And I think I got something that works. It's working. I finally figured out what was going on with it. So, next thing, I guess, is to start practicing. Yeah? But I was thinking the other night how I feel as though I'm in prison, or at least in prison, because, well, they have this saying. It goes something like, there are none more hopelessly imprisoned than those who erroneously think themselves to be free. There's none more hopelessly imprisoned than those who erroneously think themselves to be free. So I feel like I'm in prison. I feel like I'm in prison. And yet this prison kind of has a lot. It has a lot of options that you have, that you can do, that you can partake of. And yet it seems like, for me at least, those roads, those paths, many of them, the vast majority of them, they don't really lead anywhere I really truly want to go. But it's so easy to find yourself in this prison that I speak of. And just binging out on food or something, right? Because you have access to food. So, binging out on these from the Dollar Tree. And barbecue flavored potato chips, kettle cooked. Or these Ritz spicy queso bites. Or something else, or just vegging out on your smartphone or some other device, or just sitting around wasting a whole lot of time. Wasting time is relative. That's a relative thing. Wasting time is very relative. Just sitting there, like on the dock of the bay, watching the tides roll away. That's not necessarily wasting time. It's not necessarily what you do. For me, anyhow, I always say it's when, where, why, and how you do it. Wasting time. That's some of the best introspection and reflection comes from so-called wasting time. That guy who wrote the book Power of Now, I keep referring to that. He sat around on the park bench for like 2 years, if not 3 years, like 2 years or so, at least 2 years, after the power of now struck him. He started taking in more of what's going on out here in so-called reality, and he got a higher dosage of what it was. It started coming in. He wasn't on that disassociated shit anymore. He was taking it in like he was the higher mind. His higher mind had a power just started flooding in. He found his mind bursting from all the reality coming into him, all the sensory reality coming into him, coming flooding into his mind all of a sudden out of nowhere. And he had to sit his ass down on the park bench, and he didn't get up and get out of that for quite some time. And then when he got out of it, he wrote a book entitled Power of Now, and the rest is history. So, wasting time is relative. I don't know if there's such thing as wasting time. But according to this world, there certainly is. A lot of people would consider being in prison as wasting time. Especially if you're not getting rehabilitated and you come out, or you never get out, or you get out and you expect to not really have accomplished much while you was in there. But that's what I was thinking the other day. That I feel like I'm in prison in a lot of ways. In this prison, it has a lot of options out here you can partake of. And for me, the taste is just not really what I want to do. I don't want to partake of a lot of this what's going on out here. Not to say that I don't want to, but I don't think it's the best move for me to make. I'd like to do quite a few things. I find myself just wanting to go and do this and get really good at it. Because if somebody gave me this in prison, I was in prison, somebody said, look here, take this and have at it. And while you're at it, I guess you can have this as well. And whatever little doodad you need to be self-sufficient in making and producing music. I'd be like, okay, cool. Like an actual literal prison with walls and stuff, and bars and doors. I'd be like, okay, cool. What else do I need? What else would I do in that situation? But just channel all of my resources into this and escape and get away. Right there in that prison, I would get away. Like that movie Shawshank Redemption with Andy Dupree. And they said, well, when he put that music on from the Italian lady singing the opera, and he put it on the intercom, the PA on the intercom, so everybody heard it out in the yard, they said for that brief moment they had broken free. Anyway, I thought I'd share that with you. I've had this thing for quite some time now, and I'm just now finally getting into it and giving it a whirl and seeing what it can do. And yeah, it works. I think it's going to be all right. You can do quite a bit with this, actually. This is a Tascam 424 portable studio. I've been boning up on it on YouTube. So, I don't know. That's subjective now. Let's see what happens. Because like I said, this prison has a lot of options for you. But I feel like I can't break out of it unless I get into something a little more productive, if not a lot more productive. And at this point, it's not really about anything other than getting good at this, getting, polished up with it, enough that you can record it and put it up on Spotify or something like that. And then I guess going out and promoting it, but it's not really about the promotion so much as it's about the journey, So we'll see. Hey, this is Anthony Terrell. It's the 5th of July, 2026, and I'm in deep chill mode.